Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
TFG Football is an IVM production, and you can also check out their other awesome shows like Simplified, a show that explains intense topic from around the world and simplifies it for you so that you can appear cooler in front of your friends.
You're listening to TFG Football.
Guess who's back? Yay, back again. No, I won't say the whole thing.
We require some beatboxers, yeah.
Yeah, you're trying to do that?
No, I'm just failing at that attempt.
It's okay, Kevin. You're trying to fail at that, but you're very good at football, and that's what we're going to talk about. But before we talk about that, happy birthday, Kevin.
Thank you so much, Siju.
Charanjit, you want to wish him on record?
Yeah, hey, happy birthday, Kevin, man. एक दिन late आ गया तू.
एक दिन late आ गया मतलब क्या कुछ schedule था क्या?
If you were born on 15th of August, you would be born on a great day. You know, the day that Mohan Bagan was established.
Oh my God.
Well, so wishing you all the best, Kevin, in all your endeavors in your coaching career as well. Now we shall come to talk about what we have to talk about, the Indian football scene. Now, past few days, a lot of things have happened, but we're touching upon the current scenario, how it looks like. So we have few signing stories, we have few updates from CFL and the Independence Day Cup. Talking about signings. Now, Kerala Blasters, the recent signing, I mean, I don't know what they're doing, man. Looking at it as a Manchester United fan, I'm like, okay. Not surprising because they've already roped in the former assistant coach, Rene, and now he's getting all the players from there, the foremost, who were very instrumental in United's success. Somehow or the other, the recent signing comes in West Brown. Kevin, were you surprised? I don't think so, right?
No, see, we talked about the influence that a coach gets into a new team. You know, it's always the case that if it's up to the coach, so the coach will always get in the players that he would want to. You know, that again comes to the freedom that is given by the club management. So that's about it, because we've seen he's coached some great players. Yeah. And it wouldn't be surprising that he does not get a few. And considering it's Aizawl, the money is there. Yeah. That short span of stardom for those players who've been missing out on that limelight towards the twilight of their career. So this is the chance. Aizawl does give you that platform to be on the TV screens and get that recognition from that long past years that they've been forgotten. They've been great players. Now West Brown, we know how influential he is in the defense, and so that's a great signing, I would say. But I'm not sure at what level he is right now. Yeah. 10 years back, we know what his potential was. But right now, not sure how he can cope with all the the agility and all that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, Charan, are you on the same page? And I was looking at it and saying, will he survive the whole 90 minutes? And now it's a longer format.
Well, yeah, obviously, if you hear the news that's coming around, Kerala Blasters are going for more than one former Manchester United very recognizable players that have been there. And West Brown, obviously, 11, how long was it? 15 years at Manchester United. So he's a club legend. He's played for England quite a lot. He's 37. And last he played was for Blackburn Rovers. That was a bit of a lower division action that he got. The thing is, he's got the physicality, he's got the experience that you need, and he's got some really other people, some really good other people in the defense to play alongside him. So, no matter how you want to look at it, this is a good signing. He last played, I think, earlier this year or late last year that he played at Blackburn Rovers. Yeah. And if you're playing in the championship, no matter what age you are, you're getting some game time. That is not bad at all. You wouldn't write somebody off who played in the championship 4-5 times and some cup games over the last season. That is more than qualified, or that he's physically there to play in ISL. It's not going to be nearly as hard on him physically as the and the tackles and the speed requirements that are there in the English second division. But Will he be able to sustain in the humidity of Kochi? Will he be able to last in the Indian summer around March? But those are questions that will be asked of any player who's over the age of 32, 33, who's coming to India for the first time. So, this guy, the best plus point for him is that he comes in with a huge experience, and he's well acquainted with the assistant coach who knows how to use him properly. What else do you need? You're making a foreign signing who's coming to India for the first time, so you might as well go with somebody who's got these credentials.
Absolutely. Now, it's also a great signing for looking at in terms of the young players that are there in the team, or the other ones who already have earned a spot in the national team, but still more. There's always room for improvement, and there's always a learning time for you. So I think it's a great signing looking at even that aspect. And we also hear, it's yet to be confirmed by the team though, but we also hear another United legend, Berbatov, coming to Kerala Blasters. That's a lot of reunion over there, getting the whole lot of the best.
Berbatov, seriously, man. Berbatov, I am excited about, because look, we don't know if it's not official yet. But this guy, I mean, he's been all over the place. He's played for Tottenham. He's played for United. Last I saw him when he was playing for Fulham. Afterwards, he played for Monaco and PAOK. I think was the last time he played. That was the Greek top division. He's not played a competitive game for the last 15 months, but he's the guy is not your run-around striker. He's more centered. The ball needs to get to him. He's not gonna just chase the action all around the pitch. So that way, since he's in, I think Berbatov is 36, and he has not seen competitive action for a while, but because he does not run around, that's not his style of play, you would expect him to last the whole season. You would expect that durability out of him as a player.
Now, interesting signings in ISL, but that does not keep away I-League from all of this. Even they have interesting signings. I'm looking at one of them, the champions of India that we talk about, Aizawl FC. We mentioned how they are gearing up to play in their first ever ACL Champions League. So, and they're also looking at, experienced coaches. They know they had to revamp, but look at their assistant coach. I mean, this guy looks more experienced, and I don't know. It's like an amazing signing over here. He goes by the name Izan Martin Andres, 26-year-old. And they've listed, so I'm looking at the Facebook post put down by Aizawl FC, and they've listed the qualifications. Man, it's some experience for a 26-year-old guy who's coaching. And a young team, a young assistant coach. What do you need? I think it's amazing over here, the record that he has. Chiranjit, looks mouth-watering to me.
Yeah, they got the new Spanish coach, and he's bringing in the staff that he likes. So this is about reorganizing their house. I think as the next season is going to be a major reality check for Aizawl FC. It has started with some. They've got the message. I think they've made some good signings. They've lost a few players. They've lost their coach, who was so instrumental in them winning the league. And they started their season with the Independence Day football tournament, and they got knocked out by Chanmari. So it shows you that don't fly around just because you are the national champions. It does not mean you will be invincible next time, or that great run of form will flow over and continue in the next I-League. So. It's what? This is mid-August. Today is 16th of August, and I-League starts mid-November. So they've got 3 solid months to prepare for this. They've got a whole Mizoram Premier League season ahead of that, which will be great time to prepare, get ready and get back into match day groove, and do your preseason properly for the national season. And this is a great time for to bring them in, so that they get a lengthy process of vetting the players and just getting their team set according to the standards and the style of play that they want. So this is if this guy flies in over the next week and works with the team over September, October, and they make a couple of good extra signings. yes, Aizawl FC will be a strong contender not only in I-League, but maybe also in AFC Cup. We'll see.
Yeah, Kevin, your thoughts?
I think the most striking feature of his entire CV, if you look at, is the age. 26. He's even qualified to get into the first team as a player. Forget being the assistant coach.
Yeah.
And look at his CV. He's gotten to playoffs of the AFC Champions League. He's been to the semi-finals of the AFC Cup. What experience does he get in? And he's not just been, talking about smaller teams. He's been with the under-14 team, the assistant coach at Kichi. We've seen Bengaluru FC face such teams.
The senior team, yeah.
Yeah, and this guy, I'm just looking at the mentality of Aizawl FC over here. They've just won the I-League and they've been just stripped of all the best players. Players have been just pulled out. It was more poaching, and they are at it again. They're not sitting back and saying, okay, we've been stolen off our players, everything is done and dusted. They are coming back at it. They just want to make a statement that you take 10 players away, we make another 10 players.
Yeah.
You get in another assistant coach, you get in somebody with decent experience at a coaching level. You don't get in stars like somebody who's coached Manchester United or other Premier Leagues. They are a team that is not here for one season or 2 seasons. This is the long-term vision, and they are not afraid of changes. That's the best part about these Northeast clubs. Nothing comes as a setback to them. For them, everything is a challenge. The Champions League that's coming up. This is the preparation. The Independence Day Cup that's happening. They might not have performed very well, but then they have their vision. That's what is going to take this club forward.
Absolutely. Now, just since you mentioned about Independence Day Cup, we'll come to that, and also the CFL updates you heard is previewed during the weekend. But also, this is something known out there just because our podcast has come after a very long time. We just don't want to touch upon it. A national team camp has moved to Mumbai, and I think once again the fans in Mumbai can watch their national team play. Though it's a meaningless tournament, but it's anyway a game time that you get, and
don't call it meaningless. You get 2 good preparation games, and you get to and make no mistake, the game against Macau is going to be pivotal. We win that, we are in a very comfortable situation to reach the Asian Cup. So these two, and just look at some of the new players who are there. Satak Gulvi and others. You bet 5-6 new players will get debuts.
Yeah, so, in both these matches.
These are not meaningless in any sense of the word.
Now, Mauritius and Saint Kitty. What is it?
Saint Kitts and Louis.
Saint Kitts and Louis. Sorry. That's how it is. I think the first they play Mauritius on 19th, and 24th is the next match.
Right.
So, Kevin, how do you look at this? Excited to see the national team?
Excited, but again, this will be it will not be an entire all-out game for India, because they would want to try out these new under 23 players who've gotten their first-hand experience at a national camp. So that's what I'm looking forward to, rather than getting it as a very strong win against a smaller opponent. That's not what this is about. It's more about Stephen Constantine, insisting and emphasizing that youth is the future of the Indian national team, and one of these guys is going to shine out. That's what we should be looking forward to.
Yeah. So we'll definitely talk about this once we are nearing the match dates. Now moving to the Independence Day and CFL updates. Chiranjit, what do we have there?
Independence Day, yesterday India celebrated 70th Independence Day, and in Mizoram that is obviously celebrated with football. A big part of the Independence Day celebrations is the final of the Independence Day football tournament, and my goodness, obviously it was on Zonet, so I am not in Mizoram. I could not see the match live. Freaking firecracker of a match. Chanmari FC, defending Mizoram Premier League champions, versus Chingaweng FC, who are the MFA Super Cup champions. So league champions versus cup champions, who are playing for the cup that starts the season. And Second minute, Jacob Vanlalhimpuya. Sorry for my pronunciation. Jacob Vanlalhimpuya scored in the very second minute, early on start for Chanmari FC. But what resilience from Chingaveng FC. It was Lazam Mohanpuya who scored near the hour mark, but it was a back and forth game that lasted through the duration. Nobody really let up, and you're playing such a high pressure game with such a young team, and you are playing at the final, and you're down early. What great spirit shown by Chingaveng to really come back, and they took it into extra time, and the first half of the extra time remained goalless. And right after the match resumed, it was Chingaveng who scored. It was Dongliana, MS Dongliana, who scored for Chingaveng, and they went on to win it. It was a climactic finish for the tournament final. And Chingaveng, they have made some good signings in the local circuit, and they are going to go into Mizoram Premier League with a trophy already in their pocket, and some good bragging rights and mental dominance, because they already won the first trophy of the season. It was a great scene from the pictures that you can tell, a packed stadium at Lamual. And these are the kind of tournaments that create the players of tomorrow, the players who go on to play well in I-League and ISL, and for the biggest clubs in the country. This is what you have to keep an eye on in order to see the stars of tomorrow. So great day overall in Mizoram.
Yeah, and what about CFL?
CFL, obviously. We've been doing updates. The games are live on Kolkata TV. Everybody has been following it. East Bengal started so well. They won 4-1 in their first game. And then Mohan Bagan took on Southern Samiti. That game I attended. Obviously, both East Bengal ground and Mohan Bagan ground saw almost capacity crowd. Mohan Bagan ground, I know for a fact that they closed the gates 20 minutes early because the stands were getting so overpacked. They were afraid that if more people turned up, the structures may not hold. And it was rattling. When the goals were happening, everybody was jumping around and it was a bit scary at at certain moments. But a beautiful experience. Obviously, as usual, it's the Maidan craze that was shining through. At least 1,000 people just had to go back because they could not get in. But East Bengal won 4-1. Mohan Bagan won 3-0. Christopher Lindo won everybody's heart. Okay, we talk about him so much. Last season he was playing for Churchill Brothers. We mentioned him for again and again. Despite being lacking in height, he is, regardless of where he's playing, he's always one of the fastest players on the pitch. And he was doing that. He created 2 of the 3 goals that happened. Should have been the man of the match. They gave the man of the match to the striker, and it looks good. East Bengal are looking like they've found some good rhythm. Mohan Bagan, with their 3 new players, 3 new foreigners. They're being called the KKK, which is ironic. It's Kroma, Kingsley, and Bai Kamu. So it looks good. Some great beginning, but the most important match so far, I think, is the match between Mohammedan Sporting and Patachakra. Okay. And if you remember Patachakra, this is an academy near Kolkata. I think they are based out of, they play most of the matches out of Kalyani these days. So what this academy is that it has produced some players over the last few years who have gone on to play top division. And over the last couple of years, they have been sending their boys to play in the United SC jersey. So United SC used to be this big I-League club, but it perished because it neither had fans nor had much funding later on, and it went down with the chit fund collapse. So they were just keeping themselves alive. They were playing Durand Cup with Patachakra boys, and they did well. And they were playing Mohammedan Sporting, who are legitimately a heavyweight in Calcutta Football League. But Patachakra beat them. And new guy, Babun Bishash, young guy who's playing in the Calcutta Football League. He's a newcomer. I think last season he was playing as well. But 2 goals and an announcement. So remember this name. He's gonna be there for a long time. Even if he does not make the national team, you will see him play in the top tier, whatever it's called in the future, for years to come. Touch wood. He's got that talent. So this is what these games are all about. I mentioned the Mizoram Independence Day Football Tournament final. That was also about finding the best players who will shine in the top tier later. This is also the same thing. And Pasha Chakra, by the way, while they were sending players to the United SC squad, they were still playing as Pasha Chakra with their own reserves, and they were winning the lower divisions. 4th, 3rd, 2nd Super Division, everything they won, and now finally they are at a level where they are playing against East Bengal, Mohun Bagan, Mohammedan. So it's great to see that journey. I think we will do some good coverage on Pasha Chakra's journey so far in the upcoming days on the fangarage.com, so watch out for that. It's a true, starting with nothing and slowly building yourself up to this stature and actually delivering good results against big teams. So that's the story of Pasha Chakra. So watch out for that team, watch out for these players, and watch out for these local tournaments.
Yeah, I mean, looks like a great prospect, right, for the future, Kevin. When you look at these local teams, and you never know, these are one of the players who are going to come out and shine and probably play for the national team.
Most of these players who really have got the best of talent get suppressed, because the problem is at the top. There's no pathway for these guys to reach, where we need to see them. That's where the issue is. If there is a way for them to be picked up, like scouts coming into these leagues and getting them into clubs or academies that deliver, send them at least for some training abroad, some tie-ups that way. This only can help, because Constantine talks about finding talent at any end of India. You go to any place, you've got no limit of talent. The problem is of getting them and guiding them forward.
Keeping an eye out for them.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the most important. Well, let's see how these, just like Ranjit mentioned, keep an eye out for all these players mentioned in these local leagues. And you never know, tomorrow they'll be the names that are there, talk of the town. Well, that's all for today's show. Hope you enjoyed the show. And just like we said, we'll talk about the AFC Cup match, the national team in action when we are reaching those dates. So watch out for the episodes coming out. And now that I don't think there'll be more holidays for us, so we'll be back on track as a daily episode. If you're listening to us on YouTube, please do the honors, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon to get updated for a new episode. Please leave the comments below, let us know what you think about all that we spoke today. You can also listen to our show on Audio Boom, SoundCloud, iTunes, and various other podcasting apps. Do follow the TFG Football Twitter handle. Have a great day, folks. Enjoy. Cheers. Happy birthday, Kevin. If you want to wish him, do wish him on Twitter, Boza_Kevin. You can also talk to us, Chiranjit Oja, Sujumatty94. Have a great day, folks. Come back to us tomorrow. Cheers. Bye.
That was Tantrik Steve from Hansraj College, Delhi, performing at IIT Bombay's Mood Indigo. Just like them, there's a lot of new talent and art coming out of colleges all across India, but unfortunately most of this goes completely unnoticed or ignored. To fix this, we started atkt.in. Hi, I'm Ankur, I'm a musician and a rapper, and I found that one of the best things about being an artist myself is finding new talent. Through atkt.in, Tanya, my colleague who's a dancer, and our whole team really is putting all of our efforts into discovering and promoting all the coolest talent that's coming out of colleges all across India. And this goes up on our website, our social media, TV, radio, and now, of course, this podcast with IVM. Make sure you go to our website, support the talent with your likes, your shares, your comments. All of that really matters. Go ahead, check it out. atkt.in.
Excuse me, भैया. एक्सक्यूज मी,
बोलिए मैडम।
मेन्यू में क्या है?
मेन्यू में सीन अनसीन है, पॉडकास्ट है, ऑन कोर्स है, साइरस है, मेड इन इंडिया, रीडिस्कवरी प्रोजेक्ट, एम्पावरिंग सीरीज, सेक्स वैक्स है, IVM लाइक्स है, सिंप्लीफाइड है, कीपिंग इट क्वियर है, थिंग्स एंड डेस्टिनेशंस है, माय नेबर सकरबर्ग है और द फैन गराज है। आपको क्या चाहिए?
एक बार रिपीट कर देंगे क्या?
रिपीट नहीं करता हम। आप जाओ IVMpodcast.com पे और सुनो ये सब, या फिर डाउनलोड करो उनका ऐप, सब आपकी उंगलियों पे।